You are beautiful. You. Ma'am, you are beautiful. Hello. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. Hello, Mr. Hanuhanu. To Kozama'uka. I've been quite content waiting here, dining on the third promise's coin, but it seems you're ready to ask your questions now. So what is it you'd like to know? The route to Ihih'hana. We go south to the Arc of the Dawn, then follow the road which runs alongside the Kozama'uka River. Is that right? It is. Be warned, however. My brethren tell me that the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. The footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart, and several people injured, if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. We'll be sure to watch our footing. Thank you. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they were hit hard by that storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kozama'uka, we should head over to the arch. Love waiting for everyone to spawn in. I should have liked to observe the festival, but the Hanu are probably not in the mood to celebrate. I swear that gate gets bigger every time I see it. Considering the size of Galu Jaja, though, I suppose it's better than having it be too small. The Hanuhanu are friendly folk who should welcome us with open arms. Assuming they are not too preoccupied with recent troubles, that is. Through this gate, and we'll be on our way south to Kozama'uka. Are we all ready to leave? Then onward to Kozama'uka. Open the way.
Kozama'uka, the land of rainbow terraces. It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuk we proceeded along the marshy trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
I can't wait to go fishing here.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Ihih'hana does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I noticed this man immediately. Ooh, new Gubu just dropped. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. I love you. I love you. He has ears. Look at him. And he has a little tail. Oh, new Gubu just dropped. Look at his little feet. Oh, I love this man. I love this man. I'd love to stand at the bottom of this huge waterfalls and bask in the majesty of it all. Pity they're so far away. Wetlands is an apt name. Much of the ground here is positively saturated. There is no stopping the third promise, is there? A good thing she has Erenville to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Right. Let's get moving. If we continue along this road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Oh boy, this controller is driving me crazy. Again, every time you see my character randomly go to the left, that is my controller. Like that. That is my controller acting up. Which I'm not very happy about. It's always something, isn't it? So this is a Hanuhanu village. One can tell at a glance how very different their culture is to the Vanus. Assuming we have the right idea, one of the Dawn Servant's electors should be here somewhere. The water from the falls must flood the wetlands and flow into all these streams and rivers. Ow! Stupid distracting waterfalls. What happened, Wuk Evu? Ah, everyone has arrived. And none the worse for wear, except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite my explicit warning. Hey, I asked you not to say anything! Anyway, this is the Hanuhanu village I was telling you about. Okanu! Yay! I agreed to serve as a guide, not as a nursemaid. It's like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they are still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we came to do and find this elector. Oh, Kali! Do they have their own version of the Sundrop dance? I hope so. I would love that. Oh, what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanuhali, welcome you to Okanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rite of succession. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Right then. It helped to do some investigating at Wakudpelo, so let's take a look around here as well. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Erenville, Alice, and Kral could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wuk Evu, Mana, and myself will handle the northern half. Yeah, we keep mixing up the groups. Everyone gets to hang out with different people every time, except me. I always hang out with Wuk Evu. Sounds good to me! Except for me, I always get to hang out with Wuk Evu because the game doesn't want me to hang out with my favorite character, Erenville. Not that I don't love Wuk Evu, but I also love Erenville. I want to see him. I was watching my Endwalker playthrough while I was prepping for Dawntrail, and the way I got like so attached to Erenville like immediately, I was like, oh, I like this bunny boy. Like after I'd known him for like 5 minutes. Absolutely incredible. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to say that the damage from the storm has been repaired and our stores are open for business. Oh wait, this is the gemstone trader. I don't need to read his dialogue. You know what he does. He sells me the crocodile skin. Can I reach the aetheryte from here? Yes, I can. That's neat. I like that. Alright, I'm gonna ride my motorcycle in your little village, Hanuhanu. You heard about the storm. I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help the Dawn Servant sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there is so much else that was lost for good. Oh no, did someone you care about die? I'm so sorry. The gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than wood and reeds. There must be something I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. Damn, I'm just marveling how pretty this all is. The way the sun is hitting the water. God, what a pretty, pretty place. What a pretty, beautiful place. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feathered tail in particular stand out. Some manner of boat. I do appreciate the feature that makes players disappear around NPCs that you need to talk to for quests, but I wish it would do it for just NPCs in general. Cause yeah. Cause yeah. The dry, shrunken bundles suggest the reeds were harvested some time ago. This boat must be woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu, then. Hello? Can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way! We ought to hurry over too. Oh, hi, Koana.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
Hey, are we finally gonna find out that Thancred and Urianger are working for Koana? Because I have been waiting all day to find out about Thancred and Urianger.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu. I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
Shut up, dude. Go away. You're like the lamer villain of the two.
Ugh, you made it after all.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed.
To be honest, I was hoping that the Mammal Jaw characters, like the contestants, wouldn't be evil. And look at this. Look at where we are at. Both of the Mammal Jaw contestants are evil. They're just evil in different ways. Like, okay, cool, thank you. Thank you for that.
It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Okay, dude, thanks.
Oh, mercy me! You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat-giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
Get out of here, loser.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The feat of reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
This guy, he stands no chance. Like, he literally stands no chance. Zanuhali would be a clown if she gave him her keystone. Like, come on.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use. What of Little Miss Mittens? You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running. Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Not that I intend to gratify him with a response, but Bakul Jaja's provocations are hard to ignore. Look at this moist wood. Very nice graphics update, good job. So the Hanuhanu also eat the reeds, yet another way in which they differ from the Vanu. I understand not wanting to fall behind, but rushing ahead risks playing into our opponent's hand. Let's not do anything reckless and think matters through. This kind of feat is tailor-made for a rational, educated scholar like Koana. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're going to find it. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves, and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Erinville, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course. Follow me. I know she wants to do her best, but she should be careful not to make promises she cannot keep. Look at these fields! Why, this could be a painting! And there I thought these feats would have us battling dire fiends or similar. Agriculture is a far thornier problem. I see. They irrigate the fields by diverting water from the neighboring river. 'Tis unlikely the reeds ever dry out. You can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Yeah, do it, Wuk Evu. You can do anything. Give me strength. Let's all scour the fields and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. Wuk Evu can literally do anything she puts her mind to. I believe in her. She's my queen. She's my dawn servant. As Zunahali described, the reeds appear wilted and unhealthy. The water contains no obvious containments and looks fresh and clear at a cursory glance. The soil in the paddies is as one would expect, rich in color and suitably moist, not dry nor flaky. Not to miss with the paddies themselves as far as I can tell. Oh, a water strider. A bit sluggish though, more of a water shambler. Ooh, I hope there's an Erenville minion now that I think about it. I would like an Erenville minion very, very much. Any luck? I'll find the cause of all of this any moment now. By the way, I switched controllers just now, so hopefully that will fix my wiggle problem that has been driving me insane. I love this water so much. This map is my favorite so far. It's so pretty, are you kidding me? Oh, a lethargic frog, Ribbit. Hello. Are you sick? A small frog catches your eye. Strangely lackadaisical, it doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. Oh, something's wrong with the frogs. Something's wrong with the frogs! Erenville loves frogs. He's an expert. He'll know what to do. Seen enough. I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. It's the frogs. It's the frogs. The frogs are... There's something wrong with the frogs. There's something wrong with the frogs, and because of that, there's something wrong with the reeds. We have to save the frogs! Well, what do we think? Any obvious problems? Frogs! Hear me out. Let me cook. Frogs! I agree. The water looks to be of good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. This suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. Well, we're not in the alchemist expansion anymore, so we're out of luck. I don't have much to add about the fields, but something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seemed lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of all the listless villagers. There's something in the water. They've suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there is another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival! This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see the Hanuhanu more joyful and alive. It's an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival, give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows, maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. I don't know about that. I think it's the water. Is it so strange an idea? I also failed to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty in dismissing the idea. Things which seemed unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Wuk Lamat's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. Okay, we do what Wuk Lamat wants, but I still think it's the water, though. Thanks, everyone. Especially you, Mana and Erinville, who agreed with me the most. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that looks like a bird. Yeah, I know where that is. It was next to Alphino. Alphino, tell her. In that big building to the north. Let's go and see it! So far, Alphino and Alisaie are just, like, saying the obvious. They're pointing at the reeds and they're like, that's a reed. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Aw, Erinville. You'll warm up to this little traveling group that you've been thrown into, I promise. I promise. But yeah, so far Alphino and Alisaie are just kind of here. And I have a feeling they're just gonna be kind of here for the entire expansion. Like, I don't know, I have a feeling, and I don't want to complain too much. I don't want these videos to just be me complaining, but I have a feeling that Alphino and Alisaie's role in this expansion is going to be the least substantial then in any expansion until now. For real, for real. I think they're going to be very much just here. Where are the NPCs? Come to me, my NPCs. Hello, 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 ma'am, 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 ma'am. What a charming float. I wonder what bird was the inspiration for its design. I've never been here during festival season, so this is all new to me, too. The handles give me pause before, but now I understand their purpose. Look at the size of that thing! I hope they don't expect me to help carry it. Yes, this is the float I remember. Huh. Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. Inspect the festival float. Okay, goddammit, I'll do it. It's missing an eye. And one of its wooden beams is broken. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seems to be missing a gemstone. Wooden beam. Oh, that's definitely broken. How will they lift this great big vessel without all the carrying poles intact? I didn't see the third one. Is the beak? No. Is it the, something inside? No. I legit don't see the third one. Oh. Oh, it's a feather problem. These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors were a lot brighter the last time I saw them. I did it. I inspected the boat. Well, I think we can all agree this bird boat is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What is going on here? We were admiring your festival float. 'Tis a shame it's in such a poor state, due to the recent storm, I gather. Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we ushered our people to safety. With a float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings. No Ihih'hana. Ihih'hana? That's what the festival was called! I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs. And you want us to hold a harvest festival? I know how it sounds, but giving it to misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help give you the strength to work through this tragedy. The role of festival leader is mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. But we don't even have enough materials to repair the float. We need a bakiksa for the missing eye. Uyupa wood for the poles, and feathers from the winds chosen to adorn the tail. 2 of these I know. Abakixa is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and Uyupa wood is essential for crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however. The winds chosen is the victor of a competition in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics, and that is something of a problem right now. We Hanuhanu are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expend a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated, and if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival float. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. The winds chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored for ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. Pray continue, Alphino. I'm not brain smart. You do it, brain kid. I imagine you've already reached the same conclusion, but I believe this boat of reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind. Yeah, that's what I said. A focus? For what? Oh, Ihih'hana is a harvest festival, isn't it? That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops. So if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. Wow, okay, cool, magic is amazing. We won't know until we try, but 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies, these have all been known to elicit miraculous effects. Wait. The float is a tool for magic! This is the first I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, it may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with ardent hopes for a brighter future. Through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible! I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihih'hana really does sound like the solution to all your woes, and I promise, we'll do everything in our power to help you out. I'm still not convinced about this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and the poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alice and I to acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of Okanu to gather and vie for the title of Winds Chosen by sharing with them our own reserve of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. The 3 of us will visit the shipwright then. Okay. Not without me. I've worked hard to fix the float as best I can, and the responsibility is mine after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Hanuhanu. Nice to meet you, Hanuhanu. And certainly, let's all go together. We're making progress now. The solution to Okanu's woes is as good as found. To find myself working alongside the third promise herself is unexpected, to say the least. Thanks to Wuk Lamat, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there is something to be said for following one's instincts. I wonder what matter of shipwright repairs reed-woven boats. We're making progress now. I think I said that already. Let's talk to Hanuhanu, shall we? The shipwright's name is Wuk Evu. He's a Zabral who's only moved to Kozama'uka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to an almost frightening degree. He's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hanuhanu greeting. We wouldn't want to offend him right before asking a favor. Allow me to teach you a new emote. A proper Hanuhanu greeting? Oh, that one! Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Let's head to Oak-Bekby, to the east of here. It's time to learn a new emote! Oh, it seems they have a place where visitors can say, "Let's cozy." Looks cozy. Look over there. Do you see that big winding staircase? This is Oak-Bekby, the village of all. Those who drift into Kozama'uka from Tudiolal and elsewhere are welcome to live here alongside the Hanu. As for Wuk Evu, he lives and works in the House of Waters High, at the top of that large tree nearby. Follow me. I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. Stairs are easy when you have a motorcycle. We are hoping to enlist the man's aid, so it pays not to be rude in any case. Oh ho Kali. Oh ho Kali. I should mention that Wuk Evu isn't only a stickler for etiquette, he's also... well, you'll find out soon enough. What's up with this guy? What's up with Mr. Horn Glasses Man? What's your deal, bro? What's your story?
What do you want with me?
Right. The greeting. Oho Kali!
Oh, Kali!
Aw. Friends.
Good. You brought your manners with you. When you know Kanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before. You're Wuk Lamont. Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wuk Evu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette. Please, take up your axe and claim
Oh my
my
gosh.
impudent
I
head.
will not. Keep your head.
Okay, I see, bro. I see what your deal is. I see.
I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
Stop! Stop! You're gonna make me laugh. You're gonna make me chuckle. You're gonna bring me joy. Stop right now.
How prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihih'hana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials.
Well, don't worry, bro. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's fetch quests, so lay it on me.
My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit.
Stop! Shut up! I can't stand this man.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuk and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo. We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
Okay, cool, thank you.
I've been there once or twice. I can guide you.
Okay, thank you.
That should save us some time.
All right then. Let's get moving.
Oh boy. Evil Mamu Jaja. I just wonder what was his name? Was it Zakul Jaja? Or was Zakul Ja the other one? I'm slowly picking up the names, but I'm not quite there yet.
Chosen One, one of your rivals is making progress.
Ihih'hana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
I was so busy listening to his dialogue, I forgot to read his name tag. Was that Zakul Jaja? No, it's Bakul Jaja, the mighty and the mystic. Bakul Jaja. I'm trying really hard to remember the names, but my brain is small. A rather eccentric fellow, but I feel his heart is in the right place. Cave Kikitola is southwest of Okanu. We can return to the village first, then head out there on foot. I almost envy how effortlessly he can shift from one mood to its polar opposite. At least I presume he does so by choice. Southwest of here, was it? Let us be on our way. Look, you can see the falls at the back of the cave. These hollows must have been carved out by the constant deluge of water from above. Cave Kikitola, as promised. Home to many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot Ra Abo Kiksa by its green-hued glimmer. Bring anything matching that description to me. I shall help scour the inside of the cave then. You take the west half and I'll take the east. I am reluctant to send you into danger for the sake of the float, but if you are willing... If there's danger in here, I think that means I need to eat egg. Oh. Oh, it pretty. Oh, it pretty in here. Upon closer inspection, you find that the glimmer you spied was just light reflecting off the water. I think I can just ignore him. The other guy's getting it anyway. Thank you. You find a chunk of stone glowing a distinct shade of green. This seems like the exact kind of mineral Ihih'hana was looking for. Yay! Some of the cave's inhabitants took umbrage at my presence, but it was nothing a few swishes of my brush couldn't handle. Wow, Kral, you're so strong now. Good job. I picked over the ground near the entrance but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Yeah, get a load of this. Yes, this is Abokiksa. Along with Kral's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you've brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. You're welcome. He would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be festival leader for this year's Ihih'hana. Oh no. But when that big storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That was why you agreed to Wuk Lamat's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it for myself and for my friend. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please, rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together, and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. With that, let us return and deliver the Obokiksa into Wuk Evu's waiting hands. I hope Wuk Lamat's foray was as productive as ours. We just got back ourselves. Did you find the stone we needed? We've come too far to stop now. The lifting wings must go on. Thanks to the third promise and her mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs of Uyoyopo, wood of the Obokiksa. You got it right here. Yes, these are excellent samples. A good quantity, too. At this stage, you've likely surmised that the lifting wings encourages the crops to grow, but not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Now, to get to work crafting these pieces for the float, I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Uyoyopo's conductivity. Then I'd be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to Okanu. We'll join you at the float once the work here is complete. I'm excited to see how Ihih'hana turns out. Gathering the Uyoyopo was a trial in and of itself. At first, Wuk Evu criticized everything I did. Then suddenly he yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise and must punish myself," and proceeded to slam his head into an Uyoyopo tree. I told him not to worry about it, again, and it was like snuffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen the poles and the new eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Over there, by the float. Isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ihih'hana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that will be enough to save our harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Okanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much for our young claimants. Koana's gonna fix the water. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Koana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds, something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. Heh, sounds like our Koana. One look at the reeds and was all he needed to think up a solution. Be that as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed! As soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. Yay! It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it! He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing for Moms. We had to turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Erenville's twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I am a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we brought the wood and gemstone replacements crafted by Wuk Evu. All that's left is to attach them. Has it been decided who will ride the float? Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. I remember being surprised they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawn Servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Oh, who is it? Our beloved Ihih'hana, the Lifting Wings, is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Wuk Lamat, as our guest of honor. Huh? Me? This boat won't make me seasick, will it? Aw! I don't think so. Then weigh anchor! I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Wuk Lamat. I have roles for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Kozama'uka, where the sacred likeness of XIV is ensconced. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the precision can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Wuk Evu is finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the cleaning. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wuk Evu with the repairs. It's okay, Erenville, you're perfect the way you are. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the Stride of the Sun. Then we shall see to clearing it end to end. The Ihih'hana procession often runs afoul of territorial creatures on the way to Kozama'uka. I would greatly appreciate you removing those threats in advance. You got it. I'll get to work. By the time you're done mashing monsters, the float will be good as new. Is Erenville here? Speak to me, my best friend Erenville. With my lack of combat skills, I would only get underfoot. Happy hunting. Thank you, my best friend Erenville. The degree to which Wuk Evu pursues his interests is remarkable. Apparently, his studies of the Kozama'uka region were so invigorating that he decided to move here and immerse himself in the culture. If the float functions as I think it does, I would not be surprised if it were attracting the creatures. The concentration of ether would be an irresistible lure. Weapons at the ready. We'll make short work of this task. As Hanuhanu said, Kozama'uka should be down this way, then off to the east when the path branches. Then something about bridges in the stride of the sun. Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've culled all the threats you can find, we'll meet up in front of XIV. You got it, Wuk Evu. Damn, Kryle. I told you. You don't need to watch over me anymore. Oh, okay. Good for you, Kryle. Good for you. Whoa. Big yellow frogs. I'm under attack. Hungry ocelot. I love Metal Gear Solid. Did you like that joke? Did you think that was funny? Did you like my little video game joke? Ah, you are a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of XIV, the Hanuhanu deity of the harvest. Oh. Was that supposed to be Quetzalcoatl? It reminds me of something I saw in Academia Anidar. Damn. One of the ancients' creations. 'Tis possible a vestigial memory of that time endured, a subconscious recollection from the inheriting soul providing the basis for an entirely new religion. Wow. I have no idea what that means. As far as I know, XIV was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was then brought to Tyrol by the first Hanuhanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent. Then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Ihih'hana? He'll want to know the path is safe for the precision. Right. I need to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Meanwhile, in Ihih'hana.
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wuk Evu! I will protect the float!
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuk Evu and her friends, we can hold Ihih'hana again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
I mean, not literally, right? You're not literally about to die? Like, for real?
Very well. If that's what you want.
Don't! Just don't.
Cha-cha!
Get his ass, Wuk Evu!
What? I put everything into that blow.
Good. the better for you to understand the gulf between us.
But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you like.
Dude, do you see my weapon? Come on.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts. Lucky for you. Eh?
Koana will be fine. He is Thancred and Urianger, even though we haven't seen him yet.
Ugh, two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
This guy's mean.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes! Yes, we are!
Given the nature of the rite of succession, I expect such altercations are inevitable. I'm thankful we made it back before anyone was seriously injured. He waited for us to leave so he could steal the float. A coward and a thief. If I've learned one thing in my life, it's that poor manners often betray poor character. A tense encounter. I'm thankful Alphina thought to share those link pearls. I'm glad we kept the float out of Bakul Jaja's clutches, but gods. He brushed me aside like I was a bothersome gnat. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against that two-head, I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense! You stood your ground and bought us the time we needed to make it back. You were incredibly brave. I was so afraid Wuk would come to harm. Hokanu has seen enough death. With that exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be a courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihih'hana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Oho Kali! See, I remember. I have to say it in the chat. Okay. If I must! If the whole world must know, then I'll do it. If the whole world must witness, then I'll do it. Oh. Oh. Callie. Oh, Callie! Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do, what to do. Oh, Hokali! The festival is about to begin. What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there! Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard on us all, but the lifting wings is tradition, and a joyous one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. Ohokali! What? The float is fixed! Our fallen friends would be glad to know that. Ihih'hana will soon be underway. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. The Hanu were pleased to hear the festivities were going ahead, I imagine. That is well. Once your friends return, the lifting wings can begin at last. Yay! It's time for the festival! It's time for the festival, yippee!
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihih'hana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Wuk Evu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihih'hana is a prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning.
What do you mean?
It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Wuk Lamat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her! Ready and...
Woo!
I could get used to this.
Will empty bellies stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Right, we've enough bearers now. Onwards to Kozama'uka!
Woohoo!
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihih'hana. float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy.
Okay. I guess it can do that if it wants to. I don't need that life force anyway.
Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
And just like that, the reeds are good again. Oh, wow. Fantasy games, baby! We love the fantasy genre.
It worked.
Wow, damn, it sure did.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
That was amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible!
Koana's gonna come in and be like, well, actually, I fixed the water. The water was the problem. And we'll be like, no, it was the float, I swear. And Koana will be like, well, actually, I found where the water was being polluted and I cleaned it. And we'll be like, nope, it was the float. The float did this, not your water. It wasn't the water, it was us. And Koana will be like, okay. I told you, didn't I? Spectacular. Even deprived of their usual sustenance, the Hanu seemed invigorated the moment the festival began. Ihih'hana truly is magical. I wasn't sure what to expect, but the festival was admittedly impressive. With their fields rejuvenated, the Hanuhanu too might finally replenish their flagging reserves of ether. I'd like to take a turn riding the float. What? It looked like fun! Don't pretend the thought didn't cross your mind. You were so valid, Alice. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by festival fever. Last I saw, they were taking turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please, feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished. With magic!
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
It's because of the water. Koana will take care of it.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognize the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihih'hana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihih'hana to hollow theater.
Koana!
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
He cleaned the water! I knew he would. Good job, Koana.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
What, you've got Archons helping you? Who?
Archon allies?
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Wuk. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihih'hana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
What flavor are these ones? Chocolate. It is a chocolate stone. Yum.
Five more to go.
And on to the next.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Koana for you.
A third promise? You must join us for Ihih'hana next season. As Dawn servant, of course.
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now. Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
The concoction was brewed by Koana himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
Wow. That's so evil. This man is so evil. There's probably something wrong with the test file and he's gonna make things worse. I don't know. I'm not feeling these villain characters very much if I'm gonna be real. I think I'm kind of like super uninterested that both of the villains are Mamulja. That feels, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's a surprise twist. Maybe Koana's secretly evil. But like, basically all of the contestants besides Wuk so far, and emphasis on so far, are like stale bread that I have eaten a million times before. Like even Koana's not that interesting, at least so far. And again, big emphasis on so far, but no. These level 90 quests have left a lot to be desired in regards to the other contestants. Meanwhile, like Wuk is like perfect. Perfect to the point where it's like even ridiculous to consider one of the other 3 contestants. It's like, yeah. She's like flawed, which makes her perfect, and she's fun, which makes her perfect. Like, Wuk is perfectly the obvious choice in every way. She's like actually getting to know the people. She's like actually solving their troubles. She's inspiring them and stuff. She's like being an actual real leader, while all the other characters are just doing the bare minimum to do what needs to be done. And it's like, yeah, duh, Wuk the best one. And she's flawed, and all the characters point out she's flawed. And it's like, yeah, she's flawed. She's perfect. She's perfect because she's like human. She's human. She cares about the other people. She cares about all the people at Tulialal. And all you other ding-dongs are just like doing what's written on the paper. Like, she's putting so much more effort into this. So I'm so uninterested in the other contestants. But you know, that's a lot of ranting for just the level 90 quests, so I guess we'll see where this goes from here. But the 2 villain characters, the Blood Sun and the 2-headed guy, are so uninteresting as villains right now, especially the 2-headed guy. Like, the 2-headed guy doesn't even have a motivation. He just wants to be in charge. Like, I mean, at least the other guy, the Blood Sun, like, at least he actually has a reason for his shitty plan. Like, oh my god. I don't know, I'm just... If I'm gonna be real, right now I'm a little bored. I'm a little bored. This is such a vanilla adventure so far. That said, I do really like Wuk. But like, her being perfect in comparison to these uninteresting characters is like, you know, it's holding her back a little bit. She needs to be perfect against characters that are like also really good, you know? I do expect Koana to have depth, but we're not seeing it yet. And I'm gonna be really disappointed if by the end of this expansion, I don't find at least one of the other contestants interesting. I feel like best case scenario, if I find any of the other contestants interesting, it's gonna be Koana, and I'm not happy about that because I'm not happy that the Tulmumulja are the evil ones. Like, that's very that's very vanilla thinking. But yeah, I sure am ranting about a lot of things that we don't know about, huh? So let's see where this goes. Well, Koana seems a decent sort. He strikes me as a man who likes to keep others at a distance. That makes 2 of 7 keystones. So far, so good. I'm curious as to who these Archons the second promise mentioned could possibly be. It's Thancred and Urianger. Keep up with the times, Alphino. Where has Bakuljaja gone, I wonder? And what did his follower mean by the other prospect? Gee, I wonder. My journey has just started, and already I've met so many wonderful people. Wuk Evu, for one. He's a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And Hanuhanu. It warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Ihih'hana, and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who else I might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head back to Zigbalyavtiai. But yeah, I think I'm just kind of a little tiny bit checked out over how, like, plain this story is so far. But I'm not gonna... you know, I'm not gonna count all my eggs before they hatch, right? We still have the Solution 9 stuff and everything, but, like, that doesn't mean I want to find the king's contest half boring, you know? I want to like this part. I want to have a good time. I guess right now, I just think the story is too simple, and I am looking forward to when it picks up. But, wow, who would have thought it didn't pick up in the level 90 quests, really? But yeah, please take all of that ranting with a grain of salt. This is literally the very beginning of Dawntrail. Stuff is gonna change the further I get in. Hell yeah, Garnet. We love to see it. But yeah, take everything I just said with a grain of salt. Like, obviously things are gonna change the further I get in. We are just finishing the level 90 quest, so let's see where this goes. When Wuk Evu declared her intention to save the festival, I feared where it would lead us. I'm glad to see my concerns were unfounded. Traveling with so large and diverse a group is unfamiliar to me. If she could see me now. The Hanu's festival must be as central to their traditions as the sun drop dances to the Vanu. I have not forgotten our obligations to Wuk Evu, but it's moments like these, when we can immerse ourselves in the cultures of others, that fill me with anticipation for the new experiences this adventure will bring us. I think the reason I'm bothered by Alphino and Alice being here is because, like, everyone has a personal reason for being here, and for them, they're just kind of here, you know? I don't know. I love the twins. You know I love the twins. You know I adore the twins, but I'm also like, man, why are they here? I noticed Sorrel Jaw was not in the Hanu village. Yet in a contest like this one, 'tis only a matter of time until the claimants are pitted against each other in direct competition. I pray we don't cross paths with Bakul Jaja at the next feat. But even if we do, we've made a good start on these challenges. Hopefully we can keep it up. Okay, so I'm trying to remember names. We got Zoral Jaw is the warmonger, and Bakul Jaja is the cartoon villain. Got it. Look at us! The contest has barely begun and we've already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. Anyway, as I said, these are just my first impressions. These are just my first impressions of Dawntrail. And I'm not gonna say Dawntrail is bad so far. That's not really what I think. I just think it's kind of boring so far. I didn't really want an extreme adventure, so I guess I'm getting what I'm asking for. But I do want, I do hope we get more substance the further we get. So please do not take this as me disliking Dawntrail. These are just my current impressions and where I hope to see it goes as it continues. I really hope there's more depth to Zarul Ja and Bakul Jaja than just they're evil. I hope Koana has something interesting going for him. And I hope Wuk Evu is not the only interesting contestant here. We've now won keystones from both the Feat of Reeds and the Feat of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one. So it would seem. By continuing to retrace Galu Jaja's journey as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Then let's visit the Giants next. Like Kral said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something useful. The home of Yakui is in the upper reaches of Urkupacha. Unless you're keen on scaling the cliffs, we'll have to take the long way around, through Kozama'uka. This route would take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we'll need all the keystones eventually, it makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. So we'll call on the Moblins first then. Let's head there right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. The flight of Wee Wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What are we to do then? There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, You could rest at the cabins or see more of the city, whatever you prefer. Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination? Of course! Who do you take me for? And then as your guide, I will see to the arrangements. Well, it seems we have some free time on our hands. Let us make the most of it. I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty badly when I took a swing at Bakul Jaja. That reminds me, I never got around to introducing you to Ropli, did I? He's the man in charge of Waku Meki Meki, and a good person to know. Wanna come along? Okay. Let's go then. Alright, we're gonna go. We're gonna go see your Pelu Pelu friend. Ready? The markets of Waku Meki Meki are to the east, on the other side of Bayside Bevy. Wuklama is now accompanying you. Waku Meki Meki is everything that Tulial was built to be. This is Auntie's Tacos, named for its owner here, the lovely Tisol. If you're after the best tacos in Tulial, this place sits at the top with Exbialaltier. Exbalyavtier. You say that, Third Promise, but you only ever eat old Wuk Evu's food. Come and buy mine for a change. Sorry, Tisol. It has been a while, hasn't it? I swear, I'll stop for a bite once the contest is over. That's where Graha's gonna get his famous taco. If he was even real. Hello, Ropli. Tell me about crafting and gathering. My, the Third Promise. How might I assist you this fine evening? Well met, Ropli. I need to buff a nasty nick out of my axe blade. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to cleave rocks again, are we? Something like that. Can you fix it? You stand among Tyrell's most prestigious gathering of artisans and ask this question? 'Tis child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Good to hear. I leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I may ask? This is Mana, a great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. I brought her here to meet you, actually. Thought she might have reason to visit Waku Meki Meki sooner or later. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Ropli, humble representative of this grand center of trade. A pleasure to meet you, Mana. You there, stop dithering in the shadows and announce your business already. Oh, you're the elf from the ship. You want a job? Ah, I've seen that man somewhere before. You're Mr. Elf. Elves are in this year, so I'll never forget one when I see one. A jewelry maker you met on the voyage over. Oh, I remember. I spoke with him too. Fonjeantaine? Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flighty admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it then. Why are you here? That is to say. Okay, bye. And we're no closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if he could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. Let me know by link pearl if you find him first. Okie dokie. Where has that elf gone? There's a lot of people standing over here, but this might have been for one of the, no. If I was an elf, where would I hide? I would hide here, obviously. Oh, you were conversing with Master Ropley. But wait, we met before, haven't we? On the ship. Hi, Mr. Elf. Do you want to learn how to be a artisan? You found him? Good, I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Did you have business with Ropley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. I'm undeserving of such attention. Huh? What are you going on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You are too kind. So be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tuliolal, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Ul'dah, Esteems Aesthetics. Oh, it started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking. Mediocre. I lost all confidence. Crippling doubt had possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on new shores. Yet as you witnessed, I lacked the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Okay. Alright then. You offered a morsel, then served us the full course. You must have really wanted someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then, you have experience with my predicament? Of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers? Oh no! Don't say that! Well, when you put it that way, Not me. I'm Wuk Lamat, third promise of Tuliolal. Daughter of the Dawn Servant. Of course, you're a member of the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuousness. But what of you? Have you ever measured your worth against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? Yes, next question. Yep, on occasion. If even an ally handpicked by the third promise can feel such doubt, then what hope is there for me? I must question why I bothered to become a goldsmith in the first place. Looking back, 'twas my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft, as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me of what is truly important. Yeah, go get him, elf boy. Go become a master goldsmith. You can do it. I will be there later when I am leveling up my crafters, I promise. What is truly important? Oh, sorry, Mana. I didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see Fonjeantaine is giving himself another chance. I can't help but wonder if Fonjeantaine will follow through. Let's see if he's actually gone to talk with Ropley. You can do this, Fonjeantaine. Fonjeantaine. Can't wait to find out how I'm saying that one wrong. It was kind of you to come, but you needn't worry. I found my courage. Pray accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fonjeantaine, and I'm a goldsmith from Ul'dah in faraway Eorzea. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here in Waku Meki Meki, if you would have me. I ask only for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. So that's what it was about. You were looking for work. Consider yourself hired. Waku Meki Meki is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? I wish it was that easy in real life. Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had that moment of much-needed self-reflection. The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of High Tide Harbor. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Ropley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of a Waku Meki Meki artisan. Oh, it's as sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fonjeantaine. Let me know if that doubt creeps back in. I'd be happy to talk you out of it. As for us, we should head to the arbor. Wouldn't want to keep Erenville waiting. I know better than to hold myself to an impossible standard. The only thing that matters is the joy my craft can bring to others. I went to re-examine the Tuliolal saga. Should we continue apace, we shall soon come face to face, or rather, face to knee, with those enormous yokoi. I am told some of them tower over even the hulking Galu Jaja. All that waiting was making me hungry, so I tried a taco from both Zibalyavtie and Aunt T's. I think I prefer Tiesel's spicier flavors. I wandered through the Bayside markets and found earrings almost identical to mine. They indeed seem to be a common travel charm, just as Mablu described. I wonder what Erenville's alternate means of travel is. It's a boat. It's a dungeon. Enough with this secrecy. What's this big plan of yours? Look there. That is my big plan. What? What is that? It's a Punutui. She'll be pulling our boat upriver. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures, for the most part. She's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her reason to. First alpacas, now punutis. We're relying a lot of animals. We're relying a lot of animals for this journey. We should be thankful to have an animal expert as our guide then. But did it have to be my old nemesis? Ugh, another boat. Well, I took you for someone who is up to the challenge. Was I wrong? Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kozama'uka rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territory. But vessels see little use with Tyrol now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of the few which remain. I did consider a dirigible, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. You said you borrowed one, yet there appear to be several on the water. Oh, here we go, here we go! Koana! Let me see your Archon friends, buddy! Lamati, traveling up the river, I presume. Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you've managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. My friends, it's been, well, not that long. Hi! Thancred, Urianger, what are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I'd heard much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the Studium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better to recruit to my cause. I contacted the Scholarch, who arranged an introduction to these 2 gentlemen. The second promise had specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must boast both proven survival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. Thus did Thancred and I receive the summons. Thancred looks completely different, it's freaking me out. My own studies concentrated on technology, which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of magitech or clever engineering. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you two, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job. A few. The nation of Tulialal spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we striven to preserve peace? Where is our place, if not here and now? We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavor. He's even more opaque than Urianger at times, but is surprisingly... Oh, shit! That's quite enough of that. We must be on our way. Okay, here's what I've been waiting for. I want some Koana character, baby. Give me that Koana juice. Embarrass him in front of me, please. Wait, I have one question before you leave. Koana and Wuk are vying for the throne. As Koana's entourage, does that mean you're resolved to defeat all his impotents, including us? Yes. We're sworn to do all in our power to win this contest for Koana, even if it means competing against our own comrades. It's the thing I've been looking forward to the most. We intend to hold nothing back, and expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. Genuinely, I have been so excited for this. I thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on a leaky barge with no possibility of retreat. It's true that I can't stand boats. But I trust the route Erenville has chosen for us. Aww. Leave the handling of the Penutui to me. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away, as far from the front of the boat as possible. I'm good at fetch quests and this. Then we shall have... Then we shall remain on deck and stand guard, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Erenville just in case. I'd like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof. And I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Then Kral will stand guard with Mana. I'll keep Erenville company then. With my blade, I can respond more quickly to threats than Alphinaud. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. And I shall endeavor to provide aid where it is needed. I can do that as well. That should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you're ready. Okay. Yay, our first dungeon! Now, I haven't looked at the dungeon in the media tour or anything, so I don't know, like, anything about it besides the boat. I haven't heard the music or anything, so I don't know what the bosses are. Uh-oh, it's Bakul Jaja the Mighty. Gee-hee-hee-hee. Damn, I wonder if we're gonna fight him in this dungeon. Let the hunt begin. I actually do kind of expect to fight him in this dungeon, not gonna lie. Of the two Mamul Ja, I feel like he is the smaller threat, so yeah. Ihuykatumu is now accessible. Okay, okay. Very cool, very cool. Definitely very eager to do a dungeon. I've been playing all day. Koana decided the river route was too risky, but I wonder how the other claimants are planning to travel. We'll take this smaller boat to board the big vessel with impunity. This should be a good opportunity for you to see how far my training has progressed. As Koana said, once we're on the boat, there'll be little room to fight and nowhere to run. We must be prepared for all manner of threats. Is this gonna be an auto-scroller dungeon? We can't stand here all day we can't stand here all day debating the dangers ahead. We have a contest to win. Alright. Well, let's get in there. So, okay. Wuk can be tank or DPS, and Alphinaud can be healer or DPS. That's cool.
I won't let you down.
Yay!
Let's get to it.
Hell yeah. Cool, here's our party. Let's go. This will be my first impression of this dungeon. The last person on the planet to get an impression of this dungeon. Let's go. Yeah, look at that. It's Bakul Jaja. Who would have thunk? There was a boat like ours up ahead. Could be Zorul Ja or... Oh gods, is it Bakul Jaja? Forget who else is on the river right now. We have company. We're in for some rain, it seems. That is Bakul Jaja ahead of us. Be ready for anything. Yes, come closer. We have something for you. A gift courtesy of the blessed siblings. Ah, this is not going to plan. We'll just have to improvise. The harness! See you upriver if you make it that far. What the hell? Crippling our boat was a cowardly move. Erenville, we're losing speed. I can't command the punity like this. The harness is broken. I'm sorry, but we'll have to pull over to the bank. We won't be going anywhere until we can make repairs. See if there's a route overland. We'll try to catch up to you later. Okay. So like this way? Yeah, this way. Okay. Alright. Hello! Alright, let's hear the boss music. Something tells me I have heard the boss music before and have not known. But let's find out. It's the Prime Punity. Let's get its ass. Yeah. Yeah, this music was in the benchmark. I have heard it. Song of the Punity. Whoa! Small, medium, large. Oh, okay. Wahoo! I'll never look at a Punity the same way again. Such monstrous lungs that creature had. Alright, let's see the gear. River's Breath grieves us striking. Ooh, isn't this, isn't this Paglithan? Oh boy, are they reusing Paglithan gear? Yippee. Some manner of mineshaft. Whatever it is, the path leads onwards. Is that an anteater? Cool. I like it. I like this guy. You know, I was farming Paglithan gear at the end of Endwalker, so I feel especially targeted that they're reusing Paglithan gear here. Oh my god, look who it is! What stranger happenstance hath some misfortune befallen thy vessel? Apologies, friends. It seems you'll be taking the long way around Thancred! Bitch! You son of a bitch! I'm gonna get your ass, Thancred! I can't believe you just did that! What's your problem? Whoa! Whoa! That's me! What the heck? That's me! You can't do that! That's mean! That's so mean! What the hell? I love that. That's some good shit. That's some good shit. A Mimiklat? Ooh. Ooh. I like these guys. I'm so glad it made me the big one. Goodbye. Goodbye, large Mana Scarlet. Goodbye, Mana Greenlit. You'll be gone but not forgotten. I was really excited for Rival Thancred in this expansion. Already good shit. Oh my god, are they gonna be the next boss? Oh my god, I want to fight Thancred and Urianger so bad. That'd be so cool. Oh no, it's a new Goobu friend. One of my newest friends. It's Drowsy. We love this man. We can't simply sneak by, can we? Not likely. Alright, let's get his ass. Oh, Drowsy's cute! Drowsy dance invigorates its roots. Here's that little warning thing they told us about. Not the clones! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You'll not escape this!
You made these? You made these, Mr. Drowsy? Remember me. Oh my god. Another victory for us. Out of the tunnels we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Those clones are the best. Also, I learned double check and checkmate, baby. Machinist. Machinist is on its good shit right now. River's Breath, Breaches of Casting. Now, are these Paglathan pieces? I'm like 90% sure they are. Yeah, this is definitely Paglathan. Cool. I'm glad they're... Wait, this means I could farm this dungeon for the gear piece I was looking for. I was trying to get striking pants. I never did, though. I guess I'm glad I didn't, since the Paglathan gear's showing up here. We've emerged somewhere upriver. Then let us press on. I hope the boss... Okay, I expect the boss to be, the Mamu Jaja guy. But, I hope it's Thancred and Urianger and Koana. Hehe. That was really good. I really, really like Rival Thancred. I love Rival Thancred. Oh my god, what happened over here? These creatures were killed. It's the Might Brothers. Whoa! Checkmate! Woo! Machinist going crazy! Oh. What is that over there? Is that the Final Fantasy IX man? It sure is. It's the bug from Final Fantasy IX. Hello. Oh, are you the boss of this? You're the final boss, aren't you? Gods below, what was that? Some species of Valken? Alright, I suppose the bug from Final Fantasy IX will be the final boss of this dungeon. They wouldn't have us fight Thancred on the first dungeon. They're saving him for later. Alright, let's fight a bug. This feels like a small arena for a giant bug. Apex Predator, Apollyon. I'm gonna have to double check and see if that's what he was called in 9. He probably was called that, but I don't remember. Ooh. I don't know if I've heard this one before. Wild beasts emerge to defend their territory.
There.
Try this!
Feeding on the beast has strengthened its wing beats. Are these warnings really necessary? Like, he has AoEs on the ground. I don't know. It has strengthened its forearms. Oh, moving star. Moving star, that's interesting. Oh, shit. Yay! Woohoo! I won! That was, every dungeon in the game. That was every single dungeon in the game. Right there. That was every dungeon I've done in the entire game right there. I liked it. Mechanic-wise, it was, you know, every dungeon I've ever played before. But story-wise, it was fun. I liked the part where Thancred blew up the, cave exit, and I liked the clones, so it had some fun stuff. But yeah, that was a dungeon, alright. I hope Alice and Erinville are alright. That's the biggest bug I've ever seen! Well, Koana has gotten ahead of us now. So yeah, that was a dungeon. Cool. Are we leaving Erinville and Alice behind? Oh no, they probably fixed the boat.
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
Hey! Everyone all right?
I was worried we might not catch up to you. Those caverns you traversed were dug by the Yakoi in their search for gold. Remnants of their excavations can be found throughout this region. While I appreciate the lesson, oh wise guide, are we landing this boat anytime soon? Our river journey is almost over. For proof of that, you need only look ahead. The falls were impressive enough from a distance, but it's almost too much now. Yes, amazing. No, please let me off. No more boats. Ugh. Are you... Oh, you're not all right. I should be surprised if she was. Even without the nausea, we're all spent. There is a mountain shelter nearby, a resting spot for those who've ascended the stairs. I suggest we make use of it. That would be a welcome respite. Have you the strength for a short walk, Wuk Evu? We can rest along the way, too. Damn it all. A promise is meant to lead from the front, not mule and moan like a sick kitten. Wuk Evu. Ignore me. It's the nausea talking. I'm fine, really. Lead on. I'll follow. Very well. But if I might say one thing. Just because you're a promise or a claimant up for the throne doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. You needn't bear this burden alone, so please, don't hesitate to talk to us. We're always willing to lend an ear. But Krile, Everyone's allowed to be weak sometimes. You as well, Mana. I've always believed this is my problem alone, but perhaps you have the right of it. All right, I'll talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. We'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready.